Hey guys, welcome back, and we're already at week 3 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. It is a big game this week with the Crusaders going up against the Chiefs. We obviously know who's the favourite when these two teams do compete against each other. The Crusaders 2 from 2 thus far this season. They beat the Highlanders by 13, they beat the Hurricanes by 17. The Chiefs they've only played one game so far, losing to the Highlanders by 16. So just comparing the two teams of how they played against the Highlanders, you already have a favourite there. And then you can also say that the home team usually wins between these two sides. So it's stacked up against the Chiefs in this one a little bit. Then we get to the squads. Before I do that, remember to hit the subscribe button if you do like the channel. Let's look at the couple of changes both sides made. The loose head prop and the tight head prop have been changed for the two sides. So two new guys scrumming against each other this week, with Ta'avao coming in for the Chiefs and George Bauer coming in for the Crusaders. Both of them doing their job every time they're coming off of the bench. So they've been promoted. They did quite a good job every time coming off. The other guys in the front row for the Chiefs, O'Neill, he's been doing quite well, and Takiao in number 2, he's been throwing in to his line-out jumpers quite well, but those line-out jumpers have a big task ahead of them this week. And the hooker of the other side is Cody Taylor, who is in great form at the moment. Last week he was probably one of the players of the competition, so great game from him. I think he scored 2 tries, just made a lot of meters as well. Great thing to have him in your SuperBru fantasy team. I did. If you do play that, join that in the description below. Michael Alalatoa on the number 3 for the Crusaders. We know what to expect from him, just a solid scrummer from them. In number 4 and 5 from the Crusaders, Barrett and Whitelock. Who's the better one? Who knows? Both of them are brilliant players, and they are really going to challenge the two youngsters in Vai, who's also All Black now, and Lord, who is making his debut for the Chiefs. So could be a tough day at the office for those two. Mitchell Brown comes back for the Chiefs. I think it's his first start in the 6th jersey. Big game for him, because he does improve the Chiefs side usually when he does play in their team. Sione Havili, he also gets a start for the Crusaders. Tom Christie at number 7 is going to have a direct competition with co-captain Sam Kane at breakdown time. Who's going to get more ball at breakdown time? Probably Sam Kane in that instance, but who knows? That Christie is a dangerous fellow in that respect. Cullen Grace continues in the number 8 position, where he has switched to apparently this season. Luke Jacobson also moving to the number 8 jersey this season, and he's been quite impressive. Last week he's been in good form so far. Then Brad Weber, he's at the number 9. Drummond continues at number 9 for the Crusaders. Like I say, they usually switch out Drummond and Hall, but Drummond did quite well last week, so Weber and Drummond will have a big game ahead of them. Mahunga versus Gatland. Mahunga is also in his awesome form, like he just always is, versus Gatland, who's trying to start pulling strings at the Chiefs now. David Avili finding himself at number 12 this week, moving from 15 to number 12. He would have probably prepared this whole week to face Anton Leonard-Brown. Quintupea comes in for Anton Leonard-Brown, who picked up a slight niggle, so he is on the bench this week. But it is an interesting choice putting Avili at that number 12 jersey. It is a place where he runs all the time from his 15, because he is a playmaking 15. Damien McKenzie is a similar type of guy that also runs in that channel to try and make some game and make some plays for his team. Tupaya, I have to say, he hasn't had the greatest form so far. I've always thought he'd be an amazing player, but not much has been seen from him. Wainui, he's at number 13, still trying to find his feet in that new jersey in this level of rugby. Goodhue at number 13, I'm still continuing to say he's not at the form we know him to be. Maybe it's because he cut the mullet, or what do you think? Then Severis, he's at number 14, prolific try scorer, and these days he's making tries for guys next to him as well. Fainga Anuku, big guy out on the wing for the Crusaders. They are up against hot stepper Nana Isotoro. We saw what he can do last week with beating a couple of defenders every time he got the ball. Hopefully he does that again this week, because it's just great to see it. Sean Stevenson comes in the number 14 jersey for the Chiefs. And then Damien McKenzie at number 15. has quite a load on his shoulders, having to kick at goal and do a lot of playmaking for his side. Will Jordan at number 15, we know what he can do when he does start a game. It's the type of games where he just scores 3 tries, 4 tries. So, fantasy team, yet again. Guys, that is a pretty good squad. Let's look at the 2 benches. The Chiefs, all-round changes for them. The Crusaders, not too shabby themselves, making a couple of changes as well. The 2 16s stay the same with McAllister and Slater, Joe Moody and All Black on the bench this week around, so that will strengthen their side. The Chiefs, they also have a bit of strength with Mafaleo and Ross coming on for them. Dunshire is back from his injury for the Crusaders, so that's good news for them. He will improve their side. Arcoy on the bench for the Chiefs. It's 2 good locks in my opinion. Boshier is also going to make his debut for the Chiefs this week around. And then Bryn Hall versus Tuirio Rangi on the benches. I hope I said that surname correctly. Anton Leonard-Brown and Burke. And then Chase Tiatia moving from the Hurricanes to the Chiefs this season versus McLeod. Guys, who can back the Chiefs in this one over the champions, the Crusaders? The Chiefs, yeah, they are almost at the record of longest losing streaks of Super Rugby, so they will really want to win sometime soon. In my opinion, the Crusaders will probably win this one with a bit of a margin. I think the Crusaders to win this one by 17 points. Let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Also, check out these videos next to me. Hit the subscribe button if you like the channel, and then enjoy the rugby this weekend. Cheers.